Night Attack is brought to you by all of our lovely patrons over at patreon.com/Night Attack. Subscribe today to get the pre-show and after-show early in your own RSS feed. This week, we did some B-word hunting. Also, thank you to our friends at Doghouse Systems for powering this show. We're using their great computers, and you could be too. Get yourself a free SSD when you get a Doghouse computer at doghousesystems.com/v/rogue. Use promo code ROGUE. That's ROGUE at checkout. Get yourself that free SSD. Here's what happened last week on Night Attack, episode 339. So Meryl and myself have both pulled tweets from the @Schwood and @Justin R. Young accounts on Twitter.
Oh no!
Pulled tweets from the @Schwood and @R. Young accounts. We're good.
It's easy. It's not that bad, Justin. We're gonna be okay.
You're fine. It's cool. It's cool.
Oh no! Anal probe, anal avalanche, anal expedition, anal rogue, anal bronco, anal odyssey, anal outback, anal fiesta, anal stretch limo. All right. Hello, you beautiful bastards, you demon hordes of the internet. That's right, that's a new graphic. It is Tuesday night, and that means it has got to be go time for Night Attack, bringing you the best of the worst of the internet ever since 1776, located right on the edge of Austin city limits, deep in the heart of the 7-acre Schwood. I'm Brian Brushwood, joined as always by my BFF and no AK is JRY, Justin Robert Young. What's up?
I can't believe how good that graphic looks. That looks so cool.
Oh, this old thing? Oh, man, no, a little fresh coat of paint, spruce everything up. To whom do we owe the thanks, Mr. Bryce Castillo?
Our good old-time friend Liana Muse put this together, whipped it together last week. We were actually supposed to show it last week, and I fucking forgot. But he whipped this together. It looks great. It's really good stuff. Thank you, Liana Muse.
Dude, looks great. Man, so we spent a whole pre-show hour talking about them bitches. And
we did. Yeah. If you're interested in bitch discourse, then I would encourage you to listen to the pre-show. If you're not a patron, then become a patron. Patreon.com/Night Attack. Brian's getting a puppy, and so we took a look at some very frolicky bitches.
Yeah, picking bitches. That was the name of that segment. Hey man, how excited are you to, I don't know, not be watching national conventions?
Oh my god. I love politics. Brian, you know a lot of people that are interested in politics. Your family's very interested in politics. I would like to think that of everybody you know, I probably rank among the top of people who care the most about politics, right? Or
certainly enjoy it the most. You made a very clear distinction. Like, you have a strong appetite for the game of politics. You have no appetite for governance. Once policy starts happening, you're like, boring, and off you go. But it's like, politics is pro wrestling. I would say you are chef's kiss, king of the domain.
Even I, after, I looked at my numbers, just for August, I watched 15,000 hours by people watching me watch the conventions.
And I bet you loved every second of it. I bet you were thinking, that chump Brian is busy picking out a puppy. And meanwhile, I'm getting watching this politics stuff.
No. That's not bragging about how many people that watch me. It just means that I was on the air constantly. It was a lot. And so that's why last week's episode, I'm glad it came out and people really liked it. But boy, was I not in the headspace coming off of, at that point, a week and a half of not only watching the conventions, but also, Brian, let me tell you, people get really, 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 we are in backcountry now when it comes to political opinions. Like, there is like not a lot you can say. You could say, I don't think that a salad fork is worthwhile. And if you're me, somebody in your mentions gonna be like, what the fuck is that supposed to mean about Biden, you piece of shit? Like, what do you think? You think he's a salad fork loving motherfucker? Is that what you think? And I'm like,
say what you will about your favorite candidate. I certainly think he or she has bilateral symmetry.
Yeah, like it is what it is, and I'm glad we're done. To answer your question, I'm very thrilled we're done.
I guess we're less than 2 months from the big day. Does it get uglier?
No, more
than
that. Slightly, yeah.
And it gets uglier from here, right? Or does
I did a thing on the stream of like Comey reopening the email investigation, grab him by the pussy, the leaks from WikiLeaks, Judge Curiel, Alicia Machado, all these things happened from like where we were Monday until election day. Like, that is an entire elections. The story of the election happened last time. From now until then, we have miles to go and so many hilarious Mario Kart level obstacles between us and election day that right now will look, innocent. Now, especially considering factoring the 2020 into it.
Okay, now I assume that you perceive yourself right now as, well, I'm a professional race car stunt driver. I'm Evel Knievel. I have only one job, and that's to jump over every single one of these cliffs and say the most dangerous things and try to land it and make it funny. What advice would you give the average citizen, somebody of modest comedic means, to navigate the next 2 months?
Stay away.
Just full stop.
Like, just understand we're in bat country. Anything that you're gonna do, I would recommend to you, because this, as long as I have known you, there is every election cycle the Brian feels the religious compunction to describe why he votes third party. I think pick your spot very carefully for that. Make it clear, and then limit your engagement on how much you want to explain it further, and then let that be that. Let it be. Let the rest of this is going to be a loud election. We have one extraordinarily loud candidate, and we have very loud circumstances surrounding it. There's going to be nothing but chaos going from here to there. For if you're trying to make jokes, literally avoid politics is my my recommendation.
I did, I guess it was just about a week ago. I couldn't resist, and I ended up just asking 4 questions, doing 4 Twitter polls. I was like, vote? Yes, no. And of course, overwhelmingly yes. And then it's like, vote third party? And it was like, no, 85%. Yeah. And then, vote your conscience? Yes, 85%. And it's like, vote your conscience even if that means voting a third party? No. Yeah. And then, whatever. That's as close as I'm getting.
Backcountry. That last poll should not even have numbers. It should just have bats flying around because that's where we're at. We're at we're in a point. And by the way, the only thing that sucks about now isn't that people are partisan. This is when they're supposed to be partisan. The difference is that this was supposed to be pizza night, and we've been having pizza for the last 4 years. Like this is supposed to be when everybody pulls out their knives and stabs each other, and this is when I normally love it. But oh my God, we've been stabbing each other since 2015, and it really, really, really hasn't stopped.
Meanwhile, we wrapped up our super intensive, I think we got 27 episodes of the Mono-Rogue Shot.
Congratulations. That is an achievement, man. You guys did the impossible. That is, not even the impossible. You guys did what many television shows can't do and aren't doing. Like you guys got a bunch of stuff in the can and you made it as safe as possible. You kept everybody as cooped up as you possibly could. You limited, people's exposure to stuff. Yeah. Like that's huge. That's massive.
Yeah. It was a lot.
Yeah. No. Honestly, congratulations. How does it feel coming out of it?
Good. It's one of those things where it's like now comes the part where I go through my emails and figure out all the stuff that I've been pushing to the side. And like today was the last 2 days, like, I don't know, I guess PayPal has it out for anything that's sharp and pointy. And like there had been in the past items on the Scam Stuff store where they were like, that looks like a bullet with a knife in it. And we're like, yeah, isn't that great? It's a bullet with a knife on it. And they're all like, how would you like to have your account canceled? And we're like, it's gone. But then now they're hitting us up with like 14 items, including like a 1-inch saw blade that it's just like, and of course, I've yet to reach a real human. So if anybody knows anybody at PayPal, I would love to talk to a real human because I would very much like it if you did not continue to threaten to hold on to $39,000 of my money for 6 months. Because that's hard.
In general, I would say, try to transfer as much out of PayPal. But we've got friends. Text me. We have people that have dealt with similar problems that have elevated claims. So,
okay.
Yeah.
I
don't want to say who it is, but like, if you were to take 5 hacks at it, I feel like you'd be able to figure it out.
Well, so now that you and I both have a little bit more free time, what are we going to fill it with? Because I don't know. I confessed in a recent episode that I don't know that I'm still in love with Hearthstone. I kind of want to try on a new game. Is there something that you'd be interested in playing that the two of us could play together? What do you think?
Maybe. I mean, I still got a lot going on, but I would love to. I mean, number one, I have a little less going on because one big project is moving into less of a production-y phase and more of a perfecting phase.
Refinement.
So there's a little less. Like my weeks over the past 3 months have been pretty much like 6.5 day work weeks between all the podcasts, and then Saturdays were like full big production days for this project that will be talked about a lot more later. So now, I mean, I have a little bit more time, but I don't know. I mean, like Hearthstone, it's not that I feel like I'm falling out of Hearthstone. I just don't feel like I've had enough time to master that new meta.
Because
it looks cool. All I know is that every time I play, I see new decks, and that's usually the sign of a very fun and robust meta.
I mean, all I know is that games take twice as long now, and I've got a pretty good deck, I think, but it just takes so long. Everything takes so long, and I don't like doing the tavern brawls because they're all just silly.
Oh no, I'm only on the ladder, but I got an aggro deck I can show you that at least like on turn 6 whether or not you've won. So it's like whether or not you've actually won, whether or not this is like whether or not you care to waste your time to see if you get the god draw, but like you pretty much know on turn 6.
Perfect. Meanwhile, if you want to support our habit of spending money on decks of fake cards that don't exist, then you can go to a little place called patreon.com.
Yeah, hey, look, man. Over 5,000 years ago, Edison Patreon came out of a pub in Dublin, looked to the sky and said, "I am made of stone," which he was. That, of course, is a tale told from father to son, which we now know as the inspiration for patreon.com.
That's right. And Made of Stone was an allegory for, it's a tale that was told upon a youngling's first erection. And he said, "I am confused, father. Why am I suddenly made of stone?" And they told the show, Petra means rock, which is the
Yes.
root word of Patreon.
Exactly. And it was because he was so erect that he was able to balance coins on it that we now know patreon.com as the place for which you give money to podcasts featuring dicks like us. So what you want to do is go to patreon.com/Night Attack and give us money.
Yes, and if you are a new pledger or if you up your pledge, you have a chance to randomly be called out in a segment we like to call...
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the Night Attack new Patreon name chant corner hour. It's an hour of it.
Dude, I don't know what he's doing. I don't know what he's up to, but I hope it freaks him out when I say, Chad Mag. Thank you, Chad Mag. Maybe it's Chad Mag. And because we are live on Twitch, we will tell a totally unbroken story that is 100% true. I had a bit of an adventure, Justin.
Oh my God, Brian! Please tell us this adventure.
Well, I mean, I woke up this morning, right? I looked at a bunch of bitches trying to pick my favorite. By the way, those bitches are Weimaraners. And Dan Wally,
like the best ones,
hits me up and says, "What's your favorite color of Weimaraner?" And I was like, "Wow, great Zeus and Hera! What kind of question is that?" I mean, forsooth, I told him, I believe that all dogs are created equal, and those are just the color of the collars they happened to be assigned. And bizdism, I say, I'll choose the right one for the dog. And he said, "Hey, you're dodging the question." And I said, "Speak to my agent. Sign?" And then Agent Sign walked in, and he said, "I'll take 15% of this whole conversation." And they shouted, "Aaron Byrne, there's been no money exchanged." And he says, "No, it's me, Agent Sign. And I'm afraid I'm now going to have to add the Sutter Kane tax from 1854. And then he collected that tax.
Son of a bitch.
And that dude handed over them dead polymers, like they all do.
Tale as old as time. Thank you to everybody. Twitch.tv/Night Attack. Head on over there. Get it on your app or on desktop and follow Night Attack. It's free. Hey, Bryce, who's our bit boss?
Our current bit boss is Wolfglen99 with 2,700 bits.
Hells yeah! Thank you very much, Wolfglen99. Hey, Bryce.
Do we have a way to tell that now?
No, I wrote it down before we started.
The hype train. Oh,
I wrote it
okay,
down before we
good.
started. Hi.
Hey.
Hi. Oh,
What's
hi.
up?
Ladies and gentlemen, Bryce Castillo.
Welcome to Bryce's Bitches Corner Hour. Who's Bryce's favorite bitch?
Got to workshop that. Folks, you know what? You love it. It's been a minute.
The news at 6.
The news that's six.
The news.
This news six
That's
so
six.
hard.
Welcome back to News 6. Hello, everybody.
Hey, wait, before we get into the game, Bryce, are you excited that the big production pod has now come and gone there at HQ?
It'll definitely it'll be nice. It'll be a relief. It'll be a certain sort of relief.
I mean, it's like you ever go to a party and then you realize, man, I've been at this party for a real long time.
And I was yeah. We were trying to do our best to, fill in shoots at wherever we could plug in, and as soon if we had a free time, we would come, and also try to limit some of our exposure outside of here. Because I was talking to someone the other day, and it was very weird to me that he was like, "Oh yeah, I just went and saw my friends again," because they're like in my pod, and I was like, "Oh, I guess you can just have not work people in your pod."
Yeah.
So it's a relief. We'll say that.
Well, let me tell you this. As somebody who has stayed in that building before all the walls were finished, like I have felt the inhale and exhale of that structure, and now a fully finished HQ, I feel like, has exhaled after a month and change of recording nonstop. So congratulations to both of you.
There was definitely a moment where it's like, for the first time in over a month, I said to Coria, it's like, so ping pong? And then we played ping pong, and it was like magic for 30 minutes.
Nice.
Oh,
It was great.
All right, well,
All right, let's six this news.
News 6, the news at 6. We've got 6 news items of the day. You're going to pick a topic, you're going to learn a thing or two, and see if you can answer an almost related question. It's News 6! The news at 6. We've got 6 topics for you today. Our topics today include 3 bodies problem, jacked skeleton, at least a C+, her middle name is Pirate, Cobrate, and a boat fucking exploded. So... Brian, we're going to start with you.
I'm going to go first because I think I know the answer to this one. The 3 bodies problem.
You're going to go with the 3 bodies problem. Here on News 6, the news. This is from Polygon. Liu Cixin's acclaimed science fiction novel, The 3 Body Problem, has been announced to be in development at Netflix with Game of Thrones showrunners David Benioff and D.B. Weiss, as well as Alexander Wu developing. Ryan Johnson will be attached as the EP. This is a hard sci-fi trilogy that starts with humanity discovering an alien race on the brink of destruction and apparently spans the entirety of time. That's neat. Question. The first radio broadcast for extraterrestrial citizens ever sent is the Morse message, spelling out Mir, M-I-R, Lenin, and USSR on November 19 and November 24th, 1962. You guys are both going to give an answer to this. How long did it take that message on November 19 to reflect off of Venus and be received back on Earth? Brian, we're going to start with you.
You know what I love about this game?
Yeah.
Is that
Lots
like
of love.
everything is designed so that Bryce starts talking and your face falls as he says literally everything you know about the subject.
Yeah.
And you realize that nope.
That's not it.
All that data, everything you knew.
Because you picked that because I think you read the 3 body problem.
I did,
right?
yeah.
Like,
and I read the news
and then
that
you
that
saw
was
the
coming
news
out.
that the Game of Thrones
Benioff
guys
and
were
Weiss,
doing it,
and yeah,
right?
and so
he just was like, bada, 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 not what you know. He just ran by everything you know and then stopped.
So, again, the question is, how long did it take that message to bounce off of Venus
And be received back on Earth after it was broadcast.
I know
And
that.
it's closest without going over.
Okay, well, I'm going to talk it out.
Okay.
I know that I believe the sun is 15 light minutes away, but I also know that Venus can be either closer or farther than the sun. And I'm going to say if Venus is closer than the sun, I'm going to say 3 minutes.
Brian's going to say 3 minutes. Justin, Robert Young.
You know, I mostly know, astrologically speaking, that Venus rhymes with penis.
See, this is real logic here.
This is the news at 6.
So now
The news
I need to figure out. I need to figure out whether or not I'm going
the average
to game
penis
theory
size
above
is
or below Brian.
5.6 inches. Just
So
throwing
wait,
that out there.
So what
That's right,
did
it's
Brian
3
say?
inches.
Brian
He
said
said
3 minutes.
3 minutes.
So my only thought is it 2:59 or 3:01?
Oh, fuck you.
A lifetime of sin makes you unable to bitch.
A lifetime of sin makes you likely to win.
Tell that
So
to
I will
God.
say
It's in the Bible.
3:01.
God damn it,
3:01.
God damn it. Okay.
3 minutes and 1 second. All right. Let's find out a little bit here about that. Bum, 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 bum. The November 19 broadcast took 4 minutes, 32.7 seconds to be arrived on Earth. That's a point for Justin.
I mean, look, we all agree that he got it because he has the superior scientific knowledge of how the solar system is laid out.
That's right.
Hey, that's the 3 body solution for your boy Gerbs.
That says, Also, like a book written by somebody who was on the Jersey Shore.
Are you guys looking forward to that 3-body problem adaptation?
I'm looking forward to having 3 bodies and a problem. I do have a 3-body problem. There are 3 bitches, and they're all about to be picked.
I'm excited for the 3-body problem show right after Benioff and Weiss's Slaves series comes out, the modern day slave series.
Confederates.
As soon as that gets done, I'm sure that they're going to get right. Oh, that and their Star Wars movie.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wait,
Just
everything was canceled because the last season of Game of Thrones was terrible? Oh.
I'm looking forward to the 3 Brody problem.
Oh.
Okay, I see what these are. All right, it's time for News 6. This is News 6, the News at 6. Justin, you're going to pick a topic for me. The 5 topics left: Jack Skellington, at least a C+. Her middle name is Pirate Cobrate, and a boat fucking exploded.
I mean, let me pick the sentence that probably would have excited me the most in college and through my 20s. Her middle name is Pirate.
Her middle name is Pirate. All right, here on News 6.
The news.
That's 6. This is from Ad Age. Here we go. The LA Olympic and Paralympic Committee showed off its logo for the coming 2028 Games in Los Angeles. The logo consists of a simple LA 2 and 8, where the A is constantly shifting between different styles. The A's are designed by Olympians and artists. Adam Rippon, Lily Singh, Scout Bassett, Billie Eilish developed one. This is the first Olympic logo with this shifting sort of design. Let me see if I can pull it up here. Do you guys think much about Olympic logos?
All the time.
Oh yeah.
I mean I'm like 5 rings linked. There's what color?
So we're looking at here. The A's animate in, and they do some little funky stuff. So I got a question for you.
Oh, okay. So wait, so that's
is it.
The
It's
LA.
It's like a video logo, basically. It's not a still graphic.
Hey,
gotcha.
I'm sorry, this isn't me talking, but I overheard somebody here in the room say that this is fucking garbage.
What?
It's an awful logo.
Oh, I think this is cool.
I didn't say it. I just overheard somebody in the room.
Wait, hold on. The idea that it's a visual thing, or that
I mean, I could try to track them down if you want, but I mean, I'm just saying what people are saying. People are saying.
Oh, okay.
It's a garbage.
People are talking,
logo.
and that's the news.
People are talking.
Yeah.
That's 6.
Yeah.
Question.
That's true.
The Olympics are famously expensive and have been ratcheting up in price in recent games. 2014's Sochi Games are considered the most expensive on record at $50 billion. But LA's last at-bat at the Olympiad in 1984 was actually considered profitable with a much tighter budget. Per the Oxford Olympic study, what was the outturn cost for the 1984 Summer Olympic Games, which they measured in 2015 dollars? You will be closest without going over. Justin, we're starting with you. What did it cost for the 1984 LA Olympic Games?
If it helps, just a reminder, average is 5.6 inches.
The reason why all the Olympics should be held in either America
Contempt?
or London or major European cities is because it costs so much because they have to build stadiums. And building stadiums is stupid and really, really expensive, and they get dumb countries to build them. But we already have a ton of stadiums because we're rich as hell and taxpayers don't care about spending money on them. In 84, I think LA probably already had, I mean, they certainly had. All right. I would say $1 billion.
$1 billion.
$1 billion.
Brian? And this is closest without going over.
And that's including Run DMC, right?
Yeah. And we're wrapping up about the Olympics.
Without going over?
That's actually more LL Cool J than.
Yeah, I think yeah. I'm gonna run some hurdles. Mama said run some hurdles. Understand that these are not normal swimming hands. You're like clams.
They gotta be cups.
Boom.
Yeah, you gotta cup it.
I'm slaying them. Passing a baton to my man.
In your face.
Yeah. Something about throwing sticks.
Picking these bitches like I was brushwood.
Okay, all right. I'm
Bring
gonna
the
say
shot put.
that adjusted cost, it'll be under $1 billion. So if we're playing going over, you lose. So I'll say $1.
You say $1 American dollar. All right.
I apologize to the audience that I went
you brought this
full
back.
naked game theory, and now none of these are going to be us actually doing it. I started it this time. It's my fault. So blame me.
Operational costs and direct capital costs are believed to be $719 million. That's a Brian point.
Yeah.
The IOC would love for these coming LA and Paris games to be run cheaper, so cities will actually bid on these games.
Understand that I'm not your average IOC. I make fiscal sense, see? Unlike the person who would overspend wearing a milk leg shirt that won't end.
No, that is the problem for them, is that they kept duping these countries with corrupt governments to build a bunch of like stadiums that they'll never need. Like the ones in Brazil are ridiculous. They built like these gigantic stadiums in like the Amazon where they're like, oh, what are we going to do? Oh, literally nothing. Congratulations, lizards. You have a new place that you can overrun immediately as soon as the shot put's done.
Yeah, they like instantly turned into shanty towns in a lot of cases.
Yeah.
Fun fact. All right, Brian, it's your turn. We got 4 topics left. We got Jacked Skellington, at least a C+, Cobrate, and a boat fucking exploded.
I gotta go with a boat fucking exploded.
A boat fucking exploded. I'm surprised it took this long. All right, a boat exploded here on News 6. This is from TMZ. At the Italian port of Ponza, a woman gassing up her boat was sent flying after the boat suddenly exploded. Let's watch.
Oh, jeez. That's just it. There's a girl. There's a boat. The boat definitely exploded.
Ooh.
Wow. Okay.
Question. A much more famous boat explosion, the Halifax explosion, took place in Halifax, Canada, where the SS Mont Blanc carrying high explosives collided with the Norwegian SS Emo. At the time, it was the largest human-made explosion ever at 2.9 kilotons of TNT. What year did the Halifax explosion take place? Closest will win. Brian, I believe we're starting with you on this one.
That sounds like an 1888 affair, if I ever heard one.
1888. Okay, Justin.
Sorry, say that again. I lost it as soon as you stopped talking about the one thing we were talking about with that lady falling in.
Sure.
Because all I could start thinking about was like whether or not it was like some like USA serial mystery show, because it looks like that. Can we see that again? Like
either that or like a low budget porn. It really does. It looks like I don't know.
It's
Someone's
just, I mean,
about
like,
to eat some butt. Like
well, I mean, all right. I mean, I don't know. I don't know how many low budget porns have a boat exploding. Like I do know a lot of like basic cable mystery shows that have a boat exploding. I don't know. What do you think the guy who dives in is gonna be like, let me eat your butt though? Like, oh, it's like, oh my head hurts so much from this butt exploding.
She's like, what are you doing? He's like, I need my hands to swim. I only know doggy paddle and doggy style. And then he drags her over.
She does corkscrew though.
She does get a good lift on.
We know she's fine, right? She didn't die, because I'll feel
fine.
bad if she died.
Everyone's
okay, everybody's fine. Good on that guy for diving in, although he dives the opposite way. Like he doesn't even go to where she
also,
is.
He does not
weird
dive
time
for
for that
her.
dude to like jump in and decide to go for a swim. Like he, he should be helping her, but instead he's just like, yeah, pool party.
Apparently,
If you like pina coladas, and he's just like backstroking and like blowing stuff out of his mouth.
he did it apparently because he was also on fire. So,
Oh.
Yeah, no.
If you like making love at midnight while you're also on fire in a Ponza dock.
we're all lit here.
So, Justin, we're looking for when the Halifax explosion took place up in Halifax, Nova Scotia.
And explain, wait, what happened then?
The
boat sank.
The SS Mont Blanc collided with the SS Emo. The Mont Blanc was carrying high explosives and created, at the time, the largest human-made explosion ever. What year did it take place?
I believe that the SS Mont Blanc was welcomed to the Black Parade by the SS Emo in 1922.
1922, he says. All right.
Yeah.
The Halifax explosion was a disaster that occurred in Halifax, Nova Scotia, Canada on the morning of 6 December 1917. That's a Justin point.
Wow.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
La Repubblica in Italy says everyone escaped that boat without any serious injuries, just bruises. You could not say the same for the Halifax explosion. It was pretty bad, actually. All right, we're going to go into round 4, the current standing.
Oh, my
through.
good God. Breaking news here. Ed Markey has defeated Joe Kennedy III in a Senate primary challenge. A Kennedy can't even rig an election in Massachusetts these days. This whole country is going to hell. Please carry on, Bryce.
All right, we've got 3 more topics left. Justin, you're going to be picking. We've got Jack Skellington, at least a C+, and Cobrate.
Jack Skellington.
He's going to go with Jack Skellington here on News 6. This is, of course, the news at 6. This is from Reuters. In West Dorset, England in 1858, the world's first dinosaur skeleton was completed. The Skellidosaurus, while impressive, has only now, here in 2020, been thoroughly evaluated by University of Cambridge paleontologist David Norman. Norman says that this dino is an early member of the evolutionary lineage that eventually became the ankylosaurs, which is a tank-like dinosaur with the club tail. In fact, we got an image of it right here. This is it.
Hell yeah. Ankylosaurus is my favorite as a kid. I love the Ankylosaurus.
Big
Although
old
back
club.
in the
His
day,
friend was
they
DJ Jazzy Jeff.
they had a little bit more of like the spade like club on the end, and,
this
and
is
they
the-
looked a little bit more turtley.
Yeah. So this is the Skellidosaurus. It is about 13 feet long. It is an herbivore, and it has spiky armor. Question: about how long ago did the Skellidosaurus live? The closest answer will win. We're going to start with Justin on this one. How long did this herbivore live?
Like, what was its life cycle, or how long did the species exist?
How long ago from today did it exist?
How long ago from today?
Did it go extinct? Yeah.
Or exist?
And to recap, in West, where?
In West Dorset,
Philadelphia, born and raised.
In West Dorset, something or other. Spiked and braised.
Mm-hmm. How long ago?
It was a big old dinosaur that slays.
Was a clubfoot who used to spend most of his days.
Eating some herbs out by the hood, chasing off T-Rexes.
Relaxing all, swinging all tails to
like
fend
should.
off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then a couple of days.
And then a couple of meteors. They were up to no good.
Started making trouble on the earth.
We had one little impact and the world got scared. He said, "You're all dead. Congratulations."
I'm going on Night Attack. That's my next appearance on the news at 6.
I sat under the earth for about 3,000 or 4,000 years. And I said to consciousness, "Yo, homie, see you later." Sit in my fossil. I was finally there. Sit on my throne as a skeleton in Chicago or some shit.
Yeah.
All right, Justin, we're looking for an answer. How long ago did the Skellidosaurus live?
God. All right. In the spirit of me not looking anything up or cheating, I have no clue how long ago this stuff was. A billion and a half years ago.
1 billion years ago, he says. Brian.
I think the Jurassic period started in 600 million years, so I'm gonna go at least after Jurassic. So in fact, I'll be courteous and say 500 million years.
Say 500 million years. All right. The Skellidosaurus lived 193 million years ago. Very
well fought victory.
There you go. That's a point for Brian to tie it up. Curiously, quotes Norman, The original discoverer, Richard Owen, back in 1858, did not describe it very well and had laid in the collection of the Natural History Museum in London. Researchers knew of it by name, but was not at all well understood. Nobody looked at the damn thing. All right.
Like our podcast.
Oh, come on.
Yeah. But imagine how good people will talk about it.
Sorry.
Remember how people will talk about it in 163 million years.
It was 13 feet long. It was an herbivore.
Yeah.
It had spiky arms.
Yeah,
All right.
Average is 5.6.
exactly.
Brian, we've got...
It appears as if they have bitch picking fingers.
Brian, we have 2 topics left, at least a C+ and Cobrate.
Oh, it's got to be Cobra Tay.
Cobrate? All right, here we go on news.
Please tell me this is something related to Cobra Kai. Netflix.
I will tell you. This is from the CNN Business. Netflix picked up the YouTube Red sleeper hit Cobra Kai and has become the #1 show on the streamer's ranking. The series, which is a follow-up to the 1984 martial arts film The Karate Kid, follows film villain Johnny and his revived rivalry to the film's protagonist turned car salesman Daniel LaRusso. Question. Karate originated from the native Ryukyuan people of Okinawa Island, now a part of Japan. Today, the characters for karate mean empty hand, but they were changed in 1935 to empty hand to represent Japan's desire to take the form in their own style. What did the previous characters, also pronounced karate, mean?
Motherfucker.
The closest, as determined by science, will win the point.
Motherfucker. God damn it. Like, I was like, yeah. Head of you. God damn it.
You're gonna learn something.
All right.
What did karate previously?
Originally, it meant, and you're right, they did lie and say it was empty hand, but it used to mean white claw.
It used to mean ruby grapefruit.
White claw.
Yeah, White Claw. Yeah,
That's what it used to mean.
Okay.
something that you often think of with Japan.
Yes. The
A White Claw. A White Claw. Yeah.
White claw
White
of
claw.
ninja law.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Justin, what did karate
Justice.
previously mean?
That's what justice meant. They meant
I wonder.
like puritanically white and
I
just.
wonder if you can get a White Claw at a Family Mart out there in Japan. Because like you can get wild ass drinks at like random like 7-Eleven types. Like they don't give a fuck about outdoor drinking out in Japan.
I'm gonna type, do they have White Claw in Japan while you mull this?
Do they have White Claw in Japan? I wonder. All right. What did it mean? It meant death blow.
Death blow. Okay.
Yeah, that's what it meant.
Per Japan today.
Yeah.
Oh, this article.
Yeah, which would you rather have? If a girl asks you like, hey, which would? All right, it'll be $25. Do you want the White Claw or the death blow? Like, which of the two do you take?
I mean, all right, when you hear death blow and you take it sophomorically out of context, do you imagine that it is an awful blow that kills you or a great blow that kills you?
I guess I don't know, but I guess White Claw doesn't sound all that appealing either.
Well, I mean, a White Claw we can understand is a drink, but I would imagine. I mean, look, if you survived a death blow, imagine how alive you'd feel. You'd clarify everything. You'd be calling old people you had grudges with, and you'd be like, "Hey, man, I just want to let you know, like, I love you and I support you. We should catch up." Like, your whole life would change if you survived a death blow.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say if I'm meeting a lady of the night, I'm not gonna ask for a death blow. No.
No, but what if she's like, sorry, that's all I do.
Then I'll say I'll take the White Claw, and then we just
And then the door locks from the outside. It's like, we're out of White Claw.
all right.
Oh,
it's
no.
like, well, guess what color this hand is, lady?
Oh no!
All right. So Brian has said White Claw. Justin has said Death Blow. Apparently, I can't seem to find information about it. I think they don't. They do have Zima over there still, apparently. But I can't find about White Claw.
What does science say?
Well, the answer that we were looking for is Chinese hand or Tang Dynasty hand in kanji? We're gonna have to ask science about this one because this one's a little.
One of our answers involves an appendage that grips.
Yeah, but one of them involves blow.
Good. Yeah, the other one involves.
Let's see. Leave it up to science, Brian. Jesus, we are scientists here.
Okay. Oh, science has circled. Oh, look at that. It's a death blow.
What the fuck? How is it death?
Native upper-class Okinawans visited China regularly and imported much of the Chinese kung fu teachings to the island, which spread into 3 major variations, as well as mainland Japanese styles post-annexation.
Wait, did they explain that in the Jackie Chan remake? Because now it makes a whole lot more sense because they were in China. With Jaden Smith,
that was
Karate
Kung
Kid
Fu
remake.
versus Karate Kid. Like it was a bad name to call it the Karate Kid because it's like, welcome to the Karate
But apparently
Kid.
karate came from China.
We're only going to talk about Kung Fu.
But they did Kung Fu anyway.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It was kind of a cultural export that everyone, because you can look it up on Wikipedia. There are family trees of how karate has
Gotcha.
evolved over the years.
And the trees look like a white claw.
All right, all right.
We've got
Only ruby red grapefruit.
we've got one last item here, at least a C+. So Justin, you're gonna start on at least a C+ here on News 6.
Let's do it.
This is from The Verge. Today, the Biden-Harris 2020 campaign released blueprints for digital yard signs in the video game Animal Crossing New Horizons. 4 designs were available, including a JOE design with a rainbow pattern or 3 aviator glasses in red, white, and blue. Thrilling. Question: New Horizons recently added a missing feature back to the series, artwork dealing, where players are offered works of art, real-life works of art, from a shady black market ship and have to deduce the real work from the fakes, which can then be displayed or donated to your museum. How many different pieces of real-world art are available in the game? Closest without going over wins. Justin, we're going to start with you.
I would say that on that weird pirate ship that I watched my wife haggle with whatever odd creature
It's a fox.
they have peddling his wares, that they house 46
Justin says there
real
are
art.
46 real artwork pieces in the game.
Yeah.
Brian, this is closest without going over.
I think real art is more expensive to license than made-up art, and also nobody cares, so I will say 2.
I'm going to say 2. All right, there you go. 2 wildly different answers. The answer that we were looking for is here in the final round of the game. 43! That's a point for Brian!
Yeah!
This game is close.
Oh,
43.
What bullshit! Why was that a closest without going over?
The justice is tall with the powerful law of White Claw.
Whatever, colonizer.
Okay. And with that, that's the end of News 6, everyone. This is our first tie game. We haven't had a tie game in a long while, but we have one
We haven't,
today.
yeah.
Thank you to me for writing this game. If you've got a game you'd like us to play here in the middle of the show, which is what this has been, email us mail@nightattack.tv, and we might play it here in the middle of the show, which is what this has been. Thank you.
Bryce,
Hey.
can I just say that every night before I go to bed, I wish for the ability to just say that exactly as you said. Thank you to me. I'm pretty great. And then just fall asleep. That seems like the perfect experience.
Give me just a little pat. Ooh,
Yeah.
Just a little pat on the back.
Thank you to me.
Okay.
I did this.
Well, if you would like your own thank you from me or Brian or anyone, mail@nightattack.tv. Send us a good game. Thank you.
Yeah.
Hey, Brian, you want to do a little diamond time?
Diamond time. Wait. It's the first I've heard of this thing. What is this?
Reddit.com/r/Diamond Club or diamondclub.reddit.com is where you go. Sticky post at the top of that subreddit. We read the top 3 each and every week. Think Inc. writes, or Thin Inc. writes, If there's one thing we can agree on is that the political commentary of one Justin Robert Young is pure genius and he deserves our support. Unfortunately, there's never been a way to indirectly support his work. Well, for the first time ever, I am proud to announce that you can head to poop.sexy to buy a limited edition ipoopmypants.com t-shirt. Most proceeds will go to either Justin, either through his Patreon, or other patrons who will shout out ipoopmypants.com. P.S. Bryce, please PM me the addresses to send t-shirts to Brian and Justin.
Absolutely.
The abject refusal to disclose how much you're going to get out of this while using your platform to I
have more news on this that happened today, literally.
Okay.
So on the PX3 show, we've got our Titanic $10 tier. These are people who pay $10 an episode and they get their names read at the end of the show. They are the lifeblood of the program. They're giving a tremendous amount of money. It means the world to me. However, it has become a meme that there are many for whom various references to making me say, I poop my pants, or I have crap in my pants, or I poopmypants.com have become prevalent. And I love them. They're giving a ton of money. The problem is that now is not the time where we are in our own little clubhouse. This is a time where I know personally that other people from other larger entities are listening to the show in a time when I would prefer to not have an entire episode of excellent, well-produced political commentary and then end it with poop, 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 poop. I poop my pants. I'm the poopiest poop master who ever pooped. So I literally sent private messages to all the people that do it and said, guys, I understand it. If this is the gag and you want to drop your support, I would love for you to continue, but I'm going to have to start censoring the names from here on out. So I am going to go to poop.sexy and I'm going to buy myself a t-shirt because I do want to support ipoopmypants.com. We in the community can continue to do that, and that can be a fun thing between us, but it actually kind of makes me sad because I literally just sent them emails saying that I'm going to have to calm down the poop talk at the end of the show.
Look, I mean, context is king, right? And if people know what they mean, then maybe you could replace the word poop with thinking man. So from now on,
thinking man, my pants.
Yeah, just like I'm the king of thinking man, the Thinking Man's podcast. Thinking man. And I'm just saying thinking man.
I told them they can change their name to whatever they want. If they want to change their name to Thinking Man, I am fully Thinking Man. My pants is fine. I will read that each and every episode. It can be, again, inside jokes I'm fine with. I'm totally fine with, but trust me,
Justin,
I'm doing this for the community. It's
the Thinking Man's podcast. It's
Thinking Man's podcast. There we go. I'm sad that he made a whole t-shirt, even though it literally just looks like shit on a shirt, which is funny for ipoopmypants.com.
You have to go and find a poop font for this. This is a font. This isn't just like...
this is a poop font.
This is a poop font.
The Thinking Man's podcast.com. Hey, I've got a black child. His name's Sign, and I'm supposed to say this in a serious tone. Quick update. The landlord is shit, will not renew my lease under any circumstance, and would rather not get any money than keep us in the building any longer. So guess who has less than a month to find a new place and move? I want to thank all of you for the support, but thus far. But if you guys can help me with the search for a place in that's less than $800 a month in Fort Myers, Florida, then I can hopefully end this week-long panic attack I'm in. I love you all, even if you could do nothing more than just a signal boost or just send me some advice. That you have our love, respect, and thanks. Thank you, Diamond Club. bit.ly/signsrent, and that's SCYNESRENT.
Also, there was actually news literally today that you should look into in terms of eviction.
Oh yeah, that
protections.
broke like just a couple hours ago. It almost
like
made
you,
me sick.
yeah.
like you can't be evicted or some.
Like
Federal
there's a
stuff.
federal like protection program for it. So look into it. I don't know enough about it. I just know that I saw the headline.
Listen to the Thinking Man's podcast.
Indeed. I think my pants.com. Hey all, Nick with a C here. I'm revving up the apologizes for subreddit and need submissions. Post your crazy apology news stories
Ooh.
on reddit.com/r/apologizes for or apologizesfor.reddit.com. Guys, we have always wanted, like, we tried D's knees. We thought D's knees was going to take off, but Brian and I, if you guys get behind this for a week and we get that a little lively, Brian and I will tell you, we'll both get behind it and tweet it out, because I think we believe in apologizes for. We believe in the idea that we should be cataloging everybody who is apologizing for something. Please do it. I think it is of the moment. And I
just
thank
joined.
Nick with a C for getting on it.
I just joined.
Again, Diamond Time is where you can shout out your project right here on the program. It is diamondclub.reddit.com or reddit.com/r/Diamond Club. Top 3 posts each and every week get read.
Yo, let's whip out our mail sacks and see what's inside.
You know, that used to not be. Okay.
Join us for drinks in the Diamond Club.
In the Diamond Club. That sounds grand.
Super Grand, this is the part of the show where you your emails mail at nightattack.tv. Like, this is fun.
It's fine.
Long
I'm with you.
recording
With you.
pod.
I'm
Long
with you.
recording pod.
It's been a lot. Look, we all are forgiven.
Like
Everything's fine.
Email from Punker. Punker writes, "Hey guys, I walked into the men's room at work and there was a grown man pooping in the urinal. What should my reaction have been?"
Is he listening to the Thinking Man's podcast?
Thanks, Punker. What would you do if you saw that? I would definitely, especially nowadays, I would at least go like, "Whoa!" Like,
a harsh rebuke from
Bryce.
one Bryce
That's not the
Castillo.
lowest thing.
No.
He says that's going
Bryce.
whoa!
That's not the news that's six. That's the news that sucks. Please don't poop in there.
I think, gun to my head, Bryce, that's the exact reaction I'd have.
I think so too.
I feel like I would walk in, I would see a man. Here's the thing about the idea of watching a man shit in a urinal is that you also see his dick, right? Like, how else? He's not being shy. If he's shitting in a urinal,
And also, how
He's not
fast do
hitching
your
up
eyes
his-
match his eyes? Right? There ain't no like if I'm in sumo position, you know, about to practice White Claw, doing my biz, like you're gonna glance down, see that I'm doing the turducken, and your eyes are gonna go right up to my eyes, and there's nothing you can say but, whoa.
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, and also, like, do you imagine the eyes are like mad dogging you, or like, yeah, or is it like, I'm so sorry?
Oh,
Because I feel like it would be one way or the other.
gotta be
Like, it's only
apology
one of the
eyes.
two.
You would think it would be because I have to imagine that the amount of confidence and bravado it would take in a public space to shit in a urinal.
No, that is a move of desperation that only happens when you realize you don't have
Oh, you think it
three
was
more
necessity.
waddle steps. Yeah.
Oh, wait, really? Because
Whoa.
I think it's 50-50 on either, of course, this is the last ditch effort, or bro, I bet you wouldn't. Yeah, bro, I would. I'm totally going to shit in the urinal. I feel like that's like prank alpha kind of material.
Huh. All right.
Oh.
Yeah, either way, all
Hickory
three of us are
dickory
one.
dock.
Yeah,
I'm shitting. It's off the clock. Ain't got time for no bowl. I'm an old soul. So fuck you, urinal knock.
All I know is this. I know that if Brian, Bryce, and I were all going to see it, like, we would just like all do the Three Stooges, like head pop out from the corner, but instead of hello, 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 it'd just be oh.
Followed by the.
All right, thank you for that, Punker. We also got an email from Dr. Mao. Dr. Mao writes, "Hello, Night Attack. I've been following the show for some time, but never got around to signing up for the Patreon. This summer, I finally got that sorted out, and the thing that made me stick around to it was the allure of Bryce's science ringtone. Since Bryce is the main reason for me signing up, I think it's only fair he get 2 nickels out of every Patreon dollar I send in.
Fair enough.
I still need to post that to the Patreon. It's in the Discord, in the Diamond Lounge. It's pinned in the Diamond Lounge, but I do need to still make a Patreon post, so keep an eye out for that.
Let me just run the accounting engine.
Oh, he says click. Kind of annoying.
Congrats on 2 nickels.
Hey! There we go. Thank you, Dr. Mao, and everyone who sends in emails to mail@nightattack.tv. And if we read them here in the show, they'll be read here at the end of the show, which is what this has been. Thank you.
Hey, man, what did we learn?
Man, we learned so much, Brian. We learned that it's harder to pick a bitch than you might think.
Oh, yeah. By the way, please, everybody who has any questions, join the Patreon. In the pre-show, it makes sense. We learned that that it's Milk Lake 2020 for the win.
Mm-hmm. We learned that poop.sexy is the place you need to go to get a t-shirt that says I poop my pants.com.
We learned who's the bit boss?
The Bit Boss.
Our bit boss with 3,716 bits is Wolf Glenn 99. Thank you, Wolf Glenn, and everyone.
Woo! Oh my gosh, we got a lot of Team Yellow here. I don't know.
Yeah. I think purple's also good, but pink really was the favorite of the family. Find out who wins by our next episode of Night Attack. Hey Brian, it's time to see you next Tuesday.
Dying to fire!
Night attack.
So cool.
Night attack. Night attack. Night attack. Night attack. Night attack. I love you.
Diamond Club hopes you have enjoyed this program.